I'm going to be doing my speech on why athletes should stay loyal to one team instead of changing this team multiple times, like how it impacts their legacy. First off, you got LeBron James. He is arguably one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. He is definitely one of the greatest athletes alive right now. LeBron has played for 3 different organizations. He's played for the Los Angeles Lakers, Miami Heat, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James was first drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the early 2000s. After getting swept in the finals by the San Antonio Spurs, LeBron James went and teamed up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh down in Miami, called the Miami Heat in Florida. They ended up winning a couple national championships. They got beat by the Mavericks and the Spurs a couple of times. And then after that, LeBron teamed up with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love back in Cleveland, Ohio. That resulted in a great moment for the organization because one year they created the greatest comeback sports has ever seen. They was down a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals, and they came back and won it against the Golden State Warriors. They're even making a 30-30 on this because of how rarely this occurs, especially in the NBA Finals. I think the record for teams coming back from a 3-1 deficit is 1-42, and that one being LeBron James. After that, LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers again to go to the Los Angeles Lakers. There he teamed up with Anthony Davis, Lonzo Ball, and a bunch of other superstars that were up and coming to see if they could win some more national championships. The first year he was there, he did not make the playoffs. And the second year they was there, the coronavirus shut down all sports, so they didn't really have a shot, even though they were top contenders for the NBA title this year. You see, you got people like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan. They stayed loyal to one team for their entire career. Even though Kobe Bryant was drafted by the Hornets, he got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe then went on to win 5 championships and is treated as a legend in Los Angeles. He recently died, so rip Kobe. You got Michael Jordan. He retired twice. He came back. He won a 3-peat. He's 6-0 in the NBA Finals, and the legacy in Chicago will never be touched by someone else unless they are of a greater caliber, which we have not seen yet. And Tim Duncan, lastly, his nickname is Mr. Fundamental. The impact he left on the San Antonio Spurs was monumental. He had the big 3, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, and they won 5 championships as well. When you compare the legacies of the 3 that stayed and somebody like LeBron James who keeps switching teams, it's a very hard argument to make because you got other people saying that since he left his team, he cannot be considered one of the greats since he went and teamed up with other All-Stars to Hall of Famers, to be more exact, to win NBA championships. As I'm not saying that the other teams like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Michael Jordan didn't recruit people to come, but they themselves did not leave them teams. I know Kobe Bryant recruited Shaq, and they got a 3-peat out of that. They won 3 years back-to-back of the NBA Finals, and the legacy that they left was just crazy, dude. They just made game winners and just went on and ruled the NBA for about 3 to 4 years. And then Shaq did the same thing LeBron did. He left the Lakers to go play somewhere else. Yeah, Shaq did team up with Dwayne Wade in Miami, but nothing resulted in a great process. It's just crazy that I think that just because they left a team, that their legacy cannot be as important as somebody's team, as some player who stayed on the team their entire career. As people should stay on their team because if they stay on their team, it makes more of a legacy for them that they didn't have to go and find other athletes to team up with to help them win games when they could have possibly just recruited them to come there. I know that back when LeBron left the Cleveland Cavaliers, that the whole world was in shock, and he went on to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers once again, and the whole world was still in shock. Like,